Recently, an additional 30 games have been confirmed for Apple Arcade, so today I'm going to be going through each one in more depth. Please note this list is in no particular order, and the information I share here is subject to change. Number 30, we have ShockRods. First, we have an action-packed arena shooter with cars, which has been brought to you by Stainless Games. It's actually a launch title on Apple Arcade. ShockRods will feature a 6 vs 6 or 12-player free-for-all arena battles. When in these battles, you can choose from dozens of customizable cars and find weapons and power-ups scattered across the environments. Different multiplayer modes will be available too, but you can also play offline against bots if you wish, and the game will support controllers. ShockRods looks to have console-quality graphics and fun multiplayer gameplay. Number 29 is Cat Quest 2. The Gentle Bros are bringing Cat Quest 2 to Apple Arcade first on the 19th of September as a timed exclusive, with the Steam, Switch, PS4 and Xbox One versions coming later in, I think, September. If you've never played the first one or know anything about this title, well, it's an open-world action RPG where you can play as both a cat and a dog, and you can explore locations filled with dangerous creatures. Cat Quest 2 will also support controllers. Number 28, we have Various Daylife. Unfortunately, all I have is a single screenshot image for Various Daylife. I do know that it is a brand new RPG from Square Enix, the creators of Bravely Default and Octopath Traveler. Apple have described the game in their newsroom page. In the year 211 of the Imperial Era, players explore a newly discovered continent while living life to the fullest in the city of Arabia. So take what you want from all that info. Number 27 is Jenny LeClue, Detectivu. Here we have an adventure story game by Mography. It is set in the town of Arthurton, which is actually located in South Australia if that's what this game is going for. Fun fact, a massive amount of developers a part of Apple Arcade are actually from Australia and Queensland, where I'm located, and I couldn't be more proud, it's awesome. Anyway, Jenny LeClue will bring you very complex characters, great voice dialogue, and a distinctive aesthetic. I'm hoping it can be on the level of Thimbleweed Park because we need more games like that on mobile and even on Mac and Apple TV. The game will support controllers, may not be available at launch, I can't confirm that, and will be available on Steam and console too. Number 26, we have INMOST. This is one of my most anticipated platformer games of 2019. And only recently I found out that Chucklefish Games, I hope I said that correctly, are bringing it to Apple Arcade. That's awesome! What I love most about it is the very fluid gameplay from the movement to combat. It's so slick and looks to be very challenging at the same time. INMOST will follow 3 playable characters in an old abandoned castle. You'll have to do a lot of exploring in order to escape. INMOST will be available on Apple Arcade and can be purchased separately on other platforms. Number 25 is Dodo Peak. I'd say this retro platformer by Moving Pieces Interactive is going to be a very popular game for the whole family. Why? Well, from first glance the art style and arcade gameplay present a more casual tone. You play as a dodo bird here and must rescue your babies across a vast amount of levels. The challenge is to maneuver them home while avoiding obstacles and enemies. I'd say Dodo Peak is a perfect game for the touchscreen, and anyone will be able to just pick it up and play while still being offered a challenge. I believe Dodo Peak is an Apple Arcade exclusive, but I may be wrong there. Number 24, we have Steven Universe Unleash the Light. What you're looking at is an original Cartoon Network game co-written by Rebecca Sugar. According to Apple, and I quote, players will pick their favorite characters, choose which gems are in their party, unlock awesome new abilities, and equip alternate costumes in the ultimate mobile role-playing game. So far, they have only provided this screenshot image. I'd say this game will be aimed at kids, but adults should also enjoy it. Number 23 is ChuChu Rocket Universe. 20 years later, ChuChu Rocket is getting an exclusive Apple Arcade sequel. The visuals are now in 3D, but the gameplay is said to be very familiar. New mechanisms have been added like switches or teleports, and obviously new environments, many of which are inspired by the original game. Frantic multiplayer will be added too. According to Sega, ChuChu Rocket Universe is said to be a launch title, so that's good news. Also, this is one of the games I'm most looking forward to playing on my Apple TV with friends. I think it's perfect for it. Number 22, we have PacMAN Battle Royale. I don't have much footage for this one, sorry, but it's a new take on Pac-Man, that's what I do know. It features a 4-player battle mode where the last Pac-Man standing wins. Bandai Namco have not stated yet if this is a launch title or if it's exclusive to Apple Arcade either. Again, this game is perfect for Apple TV and even Mac. Number 21 is Mosaic. Remember Among the Sleep? Well, Mosaic is made by the same people, Krillbyte, and in collaboration with Raw Fury. It's Krillbyte's second big game and is nothing like Among the Sleep at all. Mosaic is a mysterious narrative game where you follow an average commuter who is living a very repetitive and lonely life. That is until one day a strange thing happens to him. Not sure when this game is coming to us, but I do know that it won't be an Apple Arcade exclusive. Number 20, we have Ballistic Baseball. Gameloft, one of the most well-known mobile developers out there, are bringing their next title to Apple Arcade, Ballistic Baseball. All I have is this image and a statement from Apple Newsroom, and I quote, "Ballistic Baseball is an action-packed arcade baseball game that captures the intense battles between pitcher and batter in live head-to-head multiplayer matches. So take what you want from that." Number 19 is Shanty and the 7 Sirens. Okay, I featured this game in my previous episode, but recently its name was changed from Shanty 5 to Shanty and the 7 Sirens, so I thought it was worthy of going on this list. It's the 5th entry in the series, which originally debuted on Game Boy Color way back in 2002. You can explore an interconnected world, enjoy classic platforming gameplay, meet new and returning characters, witness new 4K resolutions available on Macs and maybe Apple TV 4K only, and you can collect and use new power-ups. WayForward have stated that it's not an Apple Arcade exclusive. Number 18, we have Spyder. Sumo Digital are working on their new homegrown title Spyder, which is a working title. All I know of this one is that you play as a robot spider, I believe. Apparently this title is not available at launch and is coming in 2020 as an Apple Arcade exclusive. Number 17 is Lifeslide. Apparently, Lifeslide by Block Zero is a story of life itself. It takes you through all stages of life, so each level will represent a segment from the human life and is open to interpretation by you, the player. There will be no violence, narration, or text. It's said to be coming in 2020 and won't be an exclusive game to this subscription service. Number 16, we have Super Impossible Road. This is a high-speed racing game where you and other players must attempt to race down courses that have crazy twists and turns. It's going to have customization, split screen and online multiplayer, and single-player modes too. The developer Rogue Games have stated that Super Impossible is going to be an Apple Arcade exclusive, but I'm not sure if it's available at launch though. Number 15 is Dredd Nautical. Zen Studios recently announced that their turn-based tactical strategy game is coming to this subscription service. That's all they've shared, and this key art. More info is coming soon. Number 14, we have What the Golf? This is a silly physics-based golf parody game. According to the devs, Trivand, it's an anti-golf game for people who hate golf. Every level will be a different type of golf minigame with slightly different mechanics too. I think if you enjoy games like Donut Country or Human Fall Flat, What the Golf is perfect for you. It's not meant to be taken too seriously. No release date has been shared, and it's not an Apple Arcade exclusive title either. Number 13 is Skate City. Skate City is born For touchscreens on an iPhone or iPad, it's perfect for it, but it will still play great with a controller on Apple TV or keyboard on a Mac. Snowman are bringing you a skating experience where you can pull off smooth grinds and manuals across different city streets. Skate City is an exclusive title, and I believe it will be available in the coming weeks. Number 12, we have Cricket Through the Ages. Here we have a silly physics game that the team Devolver are behind. It's a survival simulator for cricket games that involves 2 players in one-on-one matches. It attempts to show a historical depiction of cricket throughout the ages, but in a very, very silly fashion. I don't know much else about this title yet. Number 11 is Redout Space Assault. I don't really know much about this game. All I have is a short clip from the latest Apple Arcade trailer. Obviously it will feature space exploration and battles. That's all I know. Number 10, we have Possessions. Lucid Labs and Noodle Cake Studios just confirmed that their puzzle adventure, Possessions, is coming exclusively to Apple Arcade. It's a tale of a family, crafted without any dialogue or text, and shown through colourful and minimalist 3D visuals. Players can explore multiple rooms, and within these rooms you can rotate and change the perspective, and you can even experience the game in the real world with AR. I also believe this game will be available at launch. Number 9 is Manifold Garden. After being in development for almost 6 years, William Cher, and I hope I said that correctly, is finally ready to bring his exploration game to us. He said it is a game that reimagines physics and space, and you can manipulate gravity to gain new perspectives and walk on any visible surface. It's going to feature amazing sound design and music, a photo mode, which is not available at launch however, and it will have high-end visuals. According to Chris, it wasn't an easy task to translate Manifold Garden to iOS, tvOS and macOS, but with the help of others, they managed to pull it off, and it will play great with touch controls too. Good job guys. It's also not an Apple Arcade exclusive. Number 8, we have EarthNight. Autorunners may be everywhere on the App Store because it's a very popular genre, and I know some of you are very sick of them, but Cleversoft intend to change the way you think of this genre by designing a game on a much grander scale. It takes place in a dystopian future after the dragon apocalypse. Every human is forced to live above the planet in space, but a teenager and photographer go back down to take back their planet. Every element in EarthNight is hand-painted and looks gorgeous. The levels will generate randomly, which means every time you pick it up, you'll be playing something completely different. EarthNight will be available on Apple Arcade first, with other platforms coming soon after. Number 7 is Guildlings. Not much has been shared about this title yet. I do know it's a fantasy adventure that supports controllers though. I could not find a trailer for this game, so you're seeing development footage and concept art from their Twitter page. More info should come soon. Number 6, we have Rayman Mini. All I have is 2 images for Rayman Mini by Ubisoft. You appear to have been reduced to the size of an ant, and according to Apple, I quote, "Players use insects, mushrooms, and plants to run through the world as quickly as possible, or try over and over again to achieve the perfect score." More info to come. Number 5 is Towaga Among Shadows. Among Shadows is an intense single-player action game. Sunny Cake Games and Noodle Cake have shared that it's their most visually impressive game to date. Nothing else has been shared yet, unfortunately. Number 4, we have Shinsekai Into the Depths. If you were watching the Apple September event last week, you would have seen Capcom present their new Apple Arcade exclusive game on stage. Apparently, it has console quality technology behind it, and all the game sounds have been crafted underwater, so that's pretty noteworthy. It's an atmospheric underwater platformer that's centered on an ocean diver, and players will need to master jumping around the environments and shooting while thrusting. Number 3 is the Enchanted World. Here is a puzzle adventure from Noodle Cake again. It asks players to help a young fairy piece together a magic world torn apart by dark forces. In fact, the Enchanted World does have a real-life story behind it that is brought to you in a very creative manner. Anyway, the Enchanted World is an Apple Arcade exclusive title. Number 2, we have Decoherence. In the coming weeks, Effecto Studios' competitive action strategy game will be available on this subscription service. It features the ability to craft your own robot team. You can plan battles with an in-depth control system too, and learn to adapt to the environment and learn to read your opponent's intentions. It looks to have great visual fidelity and challenging gameplay that all can enjoy. Number 1, we have Exit the Gungeon. Big news! In a collaboration between Devolver Digital, Dodge Roll, and Single Core Games, we are getting their follow-up game, Exit the Gungeon, debuting soon on Apple Arcade. It's a bullet-hell dungeon climber that asks you to ascend and escape via elevators. Whilst on your journey, you'll be shooting everything that you can see moving, using your constantly changing gun. Along with Oceanhorn 2, this is one of my most anticipated games to play on Apple Arcade, and I think some of you may agree with me. It just looks like a classic arcade game. It looks great. Are you going to subscribe to Apple Arcade? And if so, which games are you most looking forward to playing and why? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to watch my first episode talking about 35 other confirmed titles. Please leave a like, as this was a massive project to push out to you guys. That would be great. All the work would be worth it then. Anyway, thanks for watching.